Right now at 5, one of the men involved in a La Crosse County triple homicide faces life in prison.
And a new addition to Luther High School is motivating students to enter the trades.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. The man involved in a 2021 triple homicide case will spend the rest of his life behind bars. 46-year-old Kamthaneth Ratanasak was sentenced today for one count of first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime. The other charges in his case were dismissed as part of a plea deal. Judge Elliot Levine sentenced Ratanasak to mandatory life in prison. He will be eligible for parole after 35 years. In exchange for the plea, he testified against Naya Tao, the other man who was charged in the triple homicide. Tao's first trial ended with a hung jury.
Public outrage continues as thousands in the Chippewa Valley lose their health care provider in the next few months. Hospital Sisters Health System and Prevea Health announced last week they would close Sacred Heart and St. Joseph's hospitals plus 19 clinics. Tonight, community members are gathering once again outside Sacred Heart in Eau Claire. Anna Walker is one of roughly 1,400 healthcare workers who will be out of a job in a few months with no severance. She says the providers leaving will strain remaining hospitals and EMS response times will skyrocket.
Chippewa Falls losing their emergency department is going to be a huge burden for emergent conditions. Having to travel so far to actually get to the nearest ER is really pretty terrifying.
HSHS and Prevea will shut down their area facilities by about late April. Walker hopes the government will step in before the crisis really hits the area. In the meantime, the Eau Claire Area Chamber of Commerce is leading a recovery task force with city officials to help, quote, find a path forward.
Well, as labor shortages continue impacting Wisconsin, the need for younger workers in construction and trade industries is growing. It's one of the reasons Luther High School in Onalaska is opening the doors on a new facility focused on teaching trade skills like robotics and metalworking.
News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall gives us a look inside their new space. Jeremy.
Ken and Emily, according to ConstructionDive.com, the construction industry is facing a shortage of nearly 500,000 workers in the U.S. That's largely due to the fact that as older Americans retire from construction careers, there aren't enough young people pursuing trade careers to replace them. The new additions at Luther High School is taking that challenge head on. Caden Van Loon dreams of a career in the trades. The new classes at Luther High School are helping his dreams come true.
It helps to broaden the options and know more what's to offer in different jobs and stuff and what path you want to go down.
In its 66 years, this is the first year Luther High School's offering more trade classes. This year, students can take advanced woodworking, an electronics class, and robotics. According to Advancement Director John Bias, the high school has a high graduation rate, but only a small percentage join the trade industry. Bias hopes the classes will change that.
But it also means incoming students can now look at a whole different part of their future career and say, this is something that I want to try. I never thought about it.
Students like senior Adam Scriver hope to become an electrician. The new lab is giving him a boost in the right direction.
It's kind of opening my eyes of what could be and what it's all about. It gives me a jump, a head start on with the other guys that are competition with, because I need to earn myself and prove myself to other companies.
And it's some of those companies that are making this possible. The school received close to $1 million in donations from local foundations and businesses to make this space possible. What's more, any credit students receive from these classes can be applied towards an apprenticeship, 4-year or 2-year school, including Western Technical College and certain UW schools, meaning a greater chance the students who graduate here will stay and work inside the community. Guys, the number of trades classes is only growing. Next year, students will be able to take welding. Ken and Emily?
Thank you, Jeremy. Luther High School will host an open house Saturday, February 10th from 9 a.m. to noon for the public to check out the new facility.
The transition from childhood to adulthood can be stressful for any of us, but for someone living with special needs, it's even more so. And that's because when someone with special needs legally becomes an adult, the resources and services they have access to change. Aptiv is working with the UW Weissman Center to try and make that transition smoother. Today, Aptiv held an Equity Action Lab where community members and professionals discuss how to improve that transition to adulthood.
Today we're really focusing on how can we better the transition process, how can we listen to what the community needs and what are the gaps, what are the barriers that people are experiencing, and how can we create action plans to make that process better and easier and more simple for the people that we serve.
Those action plans will be integrated into the services the different groups at today's lab provide.
La Crosse is celebrating its annual Transit Equity Days. The week-long event highlights public transit as a civil right and a way to cut down on your carbon footprint. La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds at the Grand River Station Transit Center today, giving his proclamation to kick off Transit Equity Days. In honor of the week, MTU rides will be free now until Sunday. Transit advocates say they're focusing on spreading the word about the area's bus system.
Buses are cleaner, they're safer, they have fewer greenhouse gas emissions, and we just need to get more people knowing about the bus service and riding the bus, and that's why we have these days.
La Crosse area transit advocates will be hosting events all week to educate the public about the region's different transportation systems, including workshops and displays. Transit Equity Day is celebrated around the country on Rosa Parks' birthday, February 4th.
Well, certainly a mild start to the work week. Let's get the latest from our chief meteorologist, Greg Barnhart.
It definitely was. Hey, the sun came out finally, too. So that big ball that you saw in the sky on Bubble Appreciation Wrap Day, so that's good, too. But we actually popped something, too. We look at 47 degrees in Eau Claire as we broke a record, too. And actually, it was 50 in Minneapolis, too. And that's just what we're going to see coming here over the next several days. We do have a weak little front coming through. What you see on radar right now is just mainly cloud cover, but that's going to provide a little bit of precipitation overnight. Not much in the way of it, but notice temperatures, well, still in the 40s for most locations. As we zoom out, more cloud cover behind it. We'll see more of that come through, but it's a very weak front kind of developing as it pushes southeast. So that's what we're going to look in store. More increasing clouds after we had the sun earlier. Precipitation should hold off, but you might see a sprinkle or two on areas. Otherwise, upper 30s, very mild for this time of year. Same story for Eau Claire, too. They might have see a sprinkle earlier, and then we might see some more later, including a flurry as you wake up tomorrow morning. So that's what's up. Coming up next, once again, we just have one period of maybe some weather. Otherwise, it is a mild and quiet stretch, potentially through all of next week, too. So if you want snow and cold, it's nowhere to be found. And the groundhog, too, is coming up, but he should be mild. Just we'll see if he sees a shadow or not.
Okay. Thank you, Greg.
President Biden met with members of his national security team again today as he weighs options following the deadly ambush on American troops in Jordan. 3 U.S. service members were killed Sunday when a drone struck a logistical support base in Jordan near the Syrian border at a time when soldiers were likely sleeping. The White House blames Iranian-backed rebels for carrying out that strike. While Tehran has denied any involvement, President Biden is coming under pressure from some Republicans to attack Iran directly. The president has been reluctant to take that step, fearing it could plunge the crisis-riddled Middle East into a wider conflict.
We will not tolerate continued attacks on American forces, and we will take all necessary actions to defend U.S. military men and women forward deployed. And we will do so at a time and place of our choosing.
Since the start of the Israel-Hamas war in October, U.S. military sites in Iraq and Syria have been attacked more than 160 times.
The jury who convicted a man for killing his wife and son are back in court, this time as witnesses.
While Alec Murdaugh's lawyers believe the jury was improperly influenced during his trial.
Right now at Homeworld Rugs, get something for nothing. Pay nothing for sales tax and pay nothing down with interest-free financing on the area's best in-stock selection of rugs. The Something for Nothing sale right now at Homeworld Rugs.
Looking for fun, family-friendly entertainment?
The La Crosse Sports Show returns February 8th through 11th.
Experience a safari-like walkthrough exhibit of kangaroos, lemurs, wild birds, and more.
Meet Dexter the dog, who learned to walk like a human.
Get grilling tips from Mad Dog and Merrill, or learn from fishing and hunting experts.
You can also feed parakeets, fish the trout pond,
and get free scoring of your trophy racks.
Come for the deals, stay for the fun.
February 8th through 11th at the La Crosse Center.
LaCrosseSportsShow.com.
Luther High School, a powerhouse in culture and academics. Our students are given the tools for high school academic success while also enjoying athletics, choir, and band. Our on-site industrial arts program provides advanced welding and advanced woodworking programs, along with Industry 4.0 classes. Luther High School is a Wisconsin parental choice school. All families who apply to Luther receive tuition grants. Your Luther High School, Christ-centered education, encouraging and preparing students for life. For more information, go to lutherhigh.org or find us on Facebook at We Love Luther.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
Introducing Ultimate Precision LLC, your trusted partner for precision craftsmanship. From interior to exterior, our expert painters bring life to your vision with impeccable precision. Our masonry and building restoration team breathes new life into the old, preserving history for generations to come. We're the masters of tuck pointing, securing your structure's integrity, one brick at a time. Ultimate Precision LLC, where craftsmanship meets perfection. We're here to deliver the ultimate precision.
Right now at Home Sleep Express, when you spend $4.99 or more, pay nothing down, nothing for interest, nothing for sales tax, and nothing for shipping on brands like Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. The Something for Nothing sale, now at Home Sleep Express.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
The South Carolina jury that convicted Alex Murdaugh in the 2021 murders of his wife Maggie and son Paul has been summoned back to the courtroom.
His defense team is accusing the county clerk of improperly influencing the jury during the trial last March. Now a judge is hearing from the clerk and the jurors as Murdaugh tries to have his murder conviction overturned.
All 12 jurors have completed their testimony, and two say they did hear County Clerk Rebecca Hill talk about Alex Murdaugh, specifically on the day he testified, saying to watch his body language.
One juror is critical. She said today on the stand that she heard those comments and it did influence her decision.
Now, whether or not Murdaugh gets a new murder trial solely comes down to now how this judge interprets the law.
A federal criminal trial is underway for one of New York City's most notorious and previously unsolved high-profile murders.
59-year-old Ronald Washington and 40-year-old Carl Jordan Jr. both have pleaded not guilty to killing Run DMC founding member Jam Master Jay in 2022 during a dispute over a drug deal.
Jam Master Jay, whose real name was Jacob Mizell, was shot to death at his studio in Hollis, Queens, shortly after allegedly acquiring 10 pounds of cocaine from a Midwest distributor. He was 37 years old.
Now, both of the suspects were from Mizell's neighborhood. The murder went unsolved for nearly 2 decades.
It'll be very interesting to see what the prosecution has. Federal prosecutors are very unwilling to bring cases that they feel, particularly in the state of New York, that are not airtight and very strong. So I think we're going to see some compelling evidence.
If convicted, Washington and Jordan would face a mandatory minimum sentence of 20 years up to life in prison.
The trial for a third suspect, Jay Bryant, is scheduled for 2026.
Coming up, looking to get a jump start on your taxes this year.
A look at a new program from the IRS that hopes to simplify your tax return.
And yeah, it's going to be a warm stretch. Even the groundhog will be warm. We'll see if he sees a shadow or not. But regardless, we got a mild and dry stretch of weather coming up for the next week and a half. I'll break down when we might see that broke, if we could see 50. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough.
Get 2.9% financing for 72 months plus up to $2,000 in total savings on a 2023 Ford F-150 only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Relive Heart's classic hits like Barracuda with Heart by Heart, Saturday, February 10th at the Weber Center for the Performing Arts, featuring original Heart members Steve Fossen and Michael DeRosier. Hear Crazy on You, Magic Man, and Deep Album Cuts. Order tickets at 608-796-3100 or online at ViterboFineArtsCenter.com.
Ooh, Barracuda!
Celebrate the new year in style with your home improvement company. Make 2024 the year that your dream bathroom becomes a reality. Enjoy up to 40% off your entire bathroom project installed in 1 day or less. And enjoy zero interest, zero payments, and zero down until 2025. Our certified professionals will ensure a worry-free installation backed by material and labor warranties. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Call now to schedule your free consultation. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Senor Villa. At Senor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Senor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Senor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
The tax season officially opens today, and the IRS is now accepting returns.
The agency anticipates close to 129 million individual returns this year and says most refunds will be processed within 21 days.
The IRS does have a free file option for people with an adjusted gross income of $79,000 or less. And this year there is a new software pilot program being offered in 12 states called Direct File. It opens to qualifying taxpayers in mid-March.
Your eligibility for Direct File does not depend on your income. It just depends on the complexity of your tax return. For this first year, the more simple your tax return, the more likely you are to be eligible.
You can find out more information about Direct File and other options at irs.gov. And remember, individual income tax returns are going to be due April 15th.
Well, I must admit that sun made all the difference today.
It was
After a
nice.
week-long, dreary, gloomy, can't see anything bright in front of you for like all last week.
Yeah, a nice start to the Monday when the
Right,
sun's
for
poking
sure.
through. It sets
Yeah.
a nice tone for the rest of the week, right, Greg?
Yeah, the rest of the week looks fairly nice, and if you like this weather, you might like it for the next couple weeks too, as the pattern really is going to be mild and mainly very quiet. But give you an idea, right now our average high should be in the upper 20s to low teens. That is beginning to come up. Our records upper 40s, low 50s, so we have potential probably for the next week and a half for some areas to get that 50. I think there's a good chance maybe Thursday and or Saturday. Otherwise, still 40s. We're going to have some fronts coming through, but they're fairly dry after tomorrow. We might have some sprinkles, flurries tomorrow morning for your morning commute. Nothing to be really significant, but then it's going to be some passing cold fronts. Otherwise, they're going to be dry. They'll just drop the temperature a few degrees. Maybe, and this is still a big maybe, we might see some precipitation by the second half of next week. So that's why we're going to see a dry stretch. And look, if you look overall, the long term from the Climate Prediction Center, there's just a lot of red on the map and little of the green. We got some indication, some precipitation towards the middle of the month, but that's a little bit in question mark too. But overall, there's really no cold air besides the southwest part of the U.S. through really the first half of the month of February. Here's a little sprinkle showers we might see as for the tomorrow morning behind this weak cold front that's going to come through. better shot as you go further north to Ladysmith. So the morning commute, you might see some of that. You'll see the low clouds kind of come back into play once again. Temperature still in the mid-30s. By the time we get to the afternoon hours, a lot of this will begin to lift to the east. We'll start seeing a little bit more sun towards the afternoon and evening. Temperatures getting up to the upper 30s. So for your morning commute, once again, low clouds. You might see some rain or snow, very light if anything falls. Road temps will be fine, so we're not expecting any impacts. Beyond that, it's really going to start seeing breaks in the cloud cover. Oh, mentioned snow. There's not much to be expected, but up towards Ladysmith, you might see a little bit with this tonight, but not to be much expected. Overall, as you look at cloud cover throughout, we go to Wednesday. That appears another shot to see some more sun, and then there's a weak cold front up to the north. That'll come down through Thursday, and that provides an opportunity. Maybe we can get some 50s. It's not going to provide any type of moisture with it, but maybe just a slight drop in temperatures through Friday. Now, we are under kind of a, as we call it in the weather world, a big block that's going to be happening. Really, the atmosphere is blocked, and in the good part, we're going to be under the dry and warm conditions. And as right now, Friday, it forms what we call the omega, kind of like the Greek alphabet, and over time, it just continues to sit over us, and the pattern continues to go south, and eventually we close off a high right overhead. The low stays to the south. This is by next week. We're still kind of under a blocking pattern, so that keeps us dry and fairly mild too. So this is what the pattern is called, and look, like I said, this may persist to the second half of next week. We might see some changes. Eventually it will break down, but for the meantime, we're not going to expect to see much beyond what we see tonight, with temperatures getting down to the mid to upper mid-30s. Sprinkles, flurries, especially further north and east you go. Tomorrow's morning commute, you might see some of that with the low clouds. Temperatures getting up to upper 30s to 40s. We'll see the break in the clouds as we go in the afternoon. And then the rest of the forecast, really not much other than to say it's going to be mild with occasional up and down a little bit on some of the temperatures. And the groundhog, once again, we'll see if you'll see his shadow. The sun will be out, but mild conditions and maybe precipitation as we get to the second half of next week. But it's a very quiet and dry forecast.
We'll take
it.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg. When we come back, the teams going to the Super Bowl have been finalized.
How fans of the Chiefs are celebrating their second big game in 2 years.
Tuesday on News 8 Now this morning, we're talking to royalty. That is this year's Snowflake royalty for the upcoming 101st Snowflake Ski Jumping Tournament in Westby. Have a great Monday night. More News 8 Now is after the break.
The Board Store Home Improvements. Everyday low prices on bathroom remodels for seniors and families. Contact us today for a prompt free estimate.
Whether you have a design emergency or just want to shop the best furniture showroom in the area, the January clearance sale at International Furniture is the best time to buy high-quality furniture with savings up to 70% off retail price on select floor samples. International Furniture, I-90 Exit 2, La Crosse.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
Escape the chaos of everyday life and experience true relaxation and improved health at Revive Wellness Spa. Unlike any spa in the area, Revive Wellness Spa is your first choice for self-care. Our services include red light therapy, meditation pod, an infrared sauna, a float tank, and so much more. Call or book online today and receive up to 60% off your first service. Don't forget to ask about our detox specials.
Jolivet Family Farms features one of the area's largest selections of frozen seafood, including king crab legs, lobster tail, shrimp, cod, calamari, alligator, salmon fillets, smelt, and frog legs. Choose from our large selection of fresh fruit and vegetables to complete your restaurant-style dinner prepared at home. Your dinner isn't complete without something from the Jolivet Homemade Bakery. Don't forget a bottle of Door County wine to complete your stay-at-home night out at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Whether you have a design emergency or just want to shop the best furniture showroom in the area, the January clearance sale at International Furniture is the best time to buy high-quality furniture with savings up to 70% off retail price on select floor samples. International Furniture, I-90 Exit 2, La Crosse.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Pure joy in Kansas City on Sunday because the Chiefs are heading back to the Super Bowl and will get a chance to defend their title.
Fans poured out onto the streets to celebrate the Chiefs' 17-10 win over the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, this will be the Chiefs' 4th Super Bowl appearance in the past 5 years. And they've won 2 of those games in 2020 and last year with quarterback Patrick Mahomes under center. And of course, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid has been at the helm.
The last time a team won back-to-back Super Bowls was in 2003 and 2004 when Tom Brady led the New England Patriots to consecutive championship wins.
And now, of course,
let's see if they can do it.
Well, the debate now is Tom Brady the best quarterback of all time, or has Patrick Mahomes already become the best quarterback of all time?
No, it's Tom Brady.
I would think so. Mahomes never beat Tom Brady in the playoffs.
He didn't. Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
If you can't beat the greatest, then you are not eligible to be the greatest,
Perfect.
Right?
Although, of course, if they win the next 10 Super Bowls,
then
we might have a different
but
conversation.
Right now, no. So who are you going to go for?
I'm a big Brock Purdy guy. I mean, hated him when he was beating the Packers, of course, but my dad is an Iowa State alum, so we followed Brock Purdy throughout his college career. And it's kind of fun watching the last pick in the NFL draft lead a team to the Super Bowl. So I'll go 49ers.
49ers, okay. My brother's girlfriend is from Kansas City, so I guess I'm going for the Chiefs. That's how I make my determination.
Hey, fair enough.
Okay, we'll have one more check on your forecast when we come back.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Seeing clearly matters. Being seen matters more. Get 40% off lenses on a complete pair purchase. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
Where there's a flooded basement, musty crawl space, or wood rot, there's an answer. American Waterworks. For more than 30 years, American Waterworks has been solving homeowners' toughest waterproofing problems. Schedule your free inspection and estimate today.
Let River City Grill in Winona, Minnesota be your new go-to dinner destination. We provide exceptional service no matter the occasion. From date nights to family outings with the kids, we have something for everybody at the table. Enjoy one of our 23 tap beers and pair it with a burger and fries during our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. Or, for a fine dining experience, try our salmon and steak entrees paired with our amazing signature cocktails. River City Grill, located in Winona, Minnesota. Call or book an online reservation today.
Get away in your home with new upholstery from Black River Furniture Outlet. Shop our huge inventory of Ashley sectionals, sofas, and love seats. Great discounts on recliners and reclining furniture with power features like adjustable headrest, heat, or massage. Customize your feel with best home furnishings. Go smaller or go the beast. Upgrade to power or change fabrics. And if you need a lift, shop our full line of lift chairs. Plus, try out our latest hybrid, gel, and all foam mattresses on a new adjustable base. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Get in a Jeep today at Pischke Motors in La Crosse or Pischke Motors in West Salem.
Start something new this winter with Jeep. Stop by today and get 12% off MSRP on a new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the official vehicle of winter. The Grand Cherokee is ready for your next adventure and is a modern icon of style and strength with the power and confidence you know Jeep provides. Stop in now because this offer ends January 31st.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Jeep.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
All right, coming up tonight on News 8 Now at 6, a high school program is hoping to fill the shortage of first responders in Wisconsin. We'll go inside a classroom and see how they're combating this dire inconvenience.
Well, there's not much to say with the weather.
It's sunny, it's mild.
Yeah, it's
Snow
mild.
is melting. Go out for a run, get outside.
Yep, exactly. So we'll have some flurries or sprinkles tomorrow morning with clouds, but the rest of the forecast, 40s.
All right. Yep. Lots of like there. Thanks for joining us tonight.
We'll see you at 6.